I'm going to go back to this. Executive orders aren't law, but for the next 3 years, here's the marching orders, at least as they stand today, with this guaranteeing fair banking for all Americans. So the first marching order for regulatory agencies was to remove the term reputation risk from guidance, examination manuals, and any other publications and materials that they have. So you should not hear reputation risk. Now, having said that, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't, from a risk perspective, manage reputation risk. But if you're going to try to throw that out there as a reason you're not providing some service to some industry, some people, some whatever, based on religious beliefs, political beliefs, or lawful business activities, there's certainly a discussion that could be had there. The second item, it orders the Small Business Administration to reinstate clients and previously denied services. Well, they've already started things. I want to say it was just last week or the week before. They've put out a message to financial institutions, maybe you haven't got yours yet, where they are going to request that you go back and review anybody you turned away, and they want to know what you're going to do to reach out and provide services and products and things like that based on previous marching orders that you may have put in place. And then there's a confirmation you have to provide relative to this SBA requirement relative to debanking. The third thing, it says that the Congress is supposed to consider legislative action, and the regulatory agencies are to consider regulatory solutions to debanking. So this executive order is just the beginning. There's likely to be other things to come. It's not going to be the last that you hear of it, and it's not going to be the last of the specifics as far as what has to be carried out here, what's expected to be carried out. The regulatory agencies, when they come in and do your next review, the reason I say you're going to hear about this is because their marching orders are to review your institution for past or current applications related to debanking practices, and then they're to take and consider remediation, fines, and the issuance of consent orders if you haven't fallen in line with this particular executive order. Now, again, it's not law. I don't know how this is all going to stick, but if they can tie it back to a law that is in place, or they get legislative action to happen, that changes the game. They're also supposed to review complaint data. So that complaint pillar in our compliance management systems, and here's another reason it's important. They're going to be reviewing that for particular instances of debanking. So here's what it comes down to. You're going to hear from your regulator on this because they're being pressed from the highest level office in our country. SBA, like I said, they've already sent some things out. They're looking for a review and confirmation related to things that you're providing under the SBA heading. The OCC just last week issued an unlawful debanking bulletin. So if you're OCC regulated, make sure that you're reviewing that and deciding how you're going to handle it. They also simultaneously issued a protecting customer financial records bulletin, which was really a SAR warning that you should not be filing SARs in situations where it's not warranted. Now, I think there's a bit of a reach there. Kevin could probably speak to that more, and probably will in his AML CFT membership group that we have, but a warning shot nonetheless that was thrown out there as it relates to debanking. So this isn't the last you're going to hear about this. Make sure you pay attention to what's coming from your regulator. It's very much going to be something that comes up in your next examination based on the executive order and the amount of fuel that's being poured on it.